had been all in, but had stepped back and was finding himself drawn to what was behind, in his case, to what was below, what was going on outside that window. He said, think about this. When he fell asleep, he goes, how many of you ever fall asleep when you are watching TV? Huh? Yeah. Don't you usually fall forward? Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, I don't know about you, but when I fall asleep watching TV, I fall forward. He fell backward. So there was something that was perhaps drawing him to the old way of life, to what he was being invited to leave behind. Instead of being invited to the source of light in the midst of that community, he went away from it. As we gather here on this last Sunday of this liturgical year, in this year when we are forming a new family of parishes, we're invited to see all of this source of light in our community. We're invited to pay attention to those who are on the periphery. We're invited to see those who might be stepping back. And we want to allow our faith to burn brightly, that we can be that source that draws people in. And we want to be that community, don't we? That takes care of the poor, that reaches out to the hungry and the thirsty and the lonely, and those who are imprisoned, those who are hospitalized, those who don't have people to visit them. Right? We want to be that community. We want to be that community that is drawn toward doing God's will, not simply being pushed out of fear, but being drawn to that light, being drawn to that source of all love and goodness and warmth. This is where we are called to be, huh? So let's reflect. Let's reflect on our own lives and see, do we find ourselves on the windowsill? Do we find ourselves taking a step toward the window? Okay? Or do we know others who are taking steps toward the window? Let's try to continue to come together and see, recognize for ourselves, first of all, we're invited to a relationship with the source of light, right? To Jesus Christ, who Paul preached, who we all preach. We are invited to come to know deeply as the source that draws us. Not fear of eternal damnation, but drawn toward love. And then we are called to be those instruments of love within this community and whatever community we find ourselves in. May God bless these efforts. May we continue to recognize that source of life and allow our light to shine brightly to draw others in.